close the public hearing and want to speak.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman and fellow board members and you citizens of Portland here. You know, all citizens of Portland should stand tall and be proud that TriMet in the city of Portland has the largest Fareless Square area in the country. I think it's something to be proud of. And we should consider the good things that TriMet does. They far outweigh the bad, and they've brought many good things since 1975, this Fareless Square. And whether you live inside Fareless Square, or you ride the bus, ride the train, and come downtown, everyone, all citizens of the metro area, get the benefit of Fareless Square. And it is whether you're shopping, going to a movie, restaurants, going for medical care, seeing an attorney. Government agencies are mostly located downtown. Or you're going to work or you're going to school. It certainly does much for many and has done for 34 years. I want you all to give real serious thought to the important social justice gains that it provides, that Fareless Square provides. You know, we're all equal when we ride on Fareless Square, whether you're rich or poor. And we have an opportunity here, and while we're riding there, to get to know each other a hell of a lot better. We should take time while we're there, the few minutes we're on there, to talk to one another, to really find out about what we're all about in this metro area, rich or poor. And the downtown area should be inviting for all its citizens. You know, as I look around, and I'm sure many of you look around, we're building the downtown area for the rich, not the poor. Everywhere I look, it's high-rise condos. So I don't know if we're doing the right thing. Looks like we're building it for the rich. And I think we at TriMet have a real opportunity here to give out a signal that we welcome all citizens into the downtown area. And we want to provide that opportunity for them to get here and enjoy what TriMet provides for them and enjoy the downtown area. And this honored citizens thing bothers me. One of you made a comment. I share that comment. How do you honor a citizen in a square area? And why do you charge them anything? Honored citizens ought to ride free, and they ought to ride the entire TriMet system free. They earned it. And by God, they deserve it, as far as I'm concerned. And yes, Martha, and the rest of you, nothing's free, as somebody said, and it certainly isn't. So I suggest a cost to riding on the TriMet's Fareless Square. How about a wink and a smile? How about getting on with a wink and a smile and doing something nice for somebody, or say something nice to them? Because there's an opportunity here for all of us to get to, get to know each other better. Think a kind thought while you're on there. Think of what you can do to make somebody else's day better, because you got that opportunity. And to you, my fellow board members, I say to you, we have an opportunity here today to keep Fareless Square intact, to further improve upon it. And let's make it a happy, positive ride for all citizens of the Portland area. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Oh, good.
Any other comments? Chairman. You know, having heard all of you and having had an opportunity to vote on the extension of Fareless Square, I think if I'd have been on the board when it was first implemented, Fareless Square, I would have understood why. You know, we were having a smog situation at that time, and it was the idea how to prevent so many cars from coming into downtown Portland and to eliminate some of the air quality situations that we were having. When we extended Fareless Square to Lloyd Center, I was the lone board member that voted no. And I voted no because it wasn't about that, it was about business. It was about giving opportunity for people to move from Lloyd Center, I felt, move from Lloyd Center to downtown Portland and do their business, shopping, and et cetera. What I would love to see is a Fareless system. But the question becomes, as Bernie said, who pays for it? We have people in the room today. I live in Clackamas County, and I represent a large constituency from Clackamas County. And they don't ride free. The moment they put their foot on the system, they pay. And for me, Fareless Square is not equal under the law. I mean, you're not giving everyone the same opportunity. And so when Fareless Square was extended to Lloyd Center, I didn't feel it was for the same reason as the past, and I voted no. Fareless Square has no, was not, right now is the idea of Fareless Square in just downtown Portland makes everyone else from Beaverton, Hillsborough, Clackamas, Gresham, you name all of the areas around, even north and northeast Portland, they have to pay for their opportunity to ride the system. And I feel that everyone should pay their fair share.
Wow. Any other comments?
Well, I probably have some of the same perspective on this that my colleague Robert Williams has. I represent Washington County, where we pay to ride. There is a transit equity issue here that isn't spoken about very often in the public hearings, and that's that Washington County businesses pay a disproportionate share of TriMet's operating budget, especially when you compare it to the services rendered to those citizens. So I take very seriously representing my district, and I've come a long way in this debate. I did attend the public hearing. I have been persuaded that Fareless Square is worth retaining. I originally favored $1 fare for anybody riding in Fareless Square. I want to compliment management and the other collaborative efforts to identify some viable options to that $1 fare or the total elimination of Fareless Square. I think we came up with a very reasonable and well-considered and vetted decision that serves the majority of people that enjoy Fareless Square now. I was persuaded that a number of my constituents actually work downtown and avail themselves of Fareless Square. So, like I said, I've come a long way in being persuaded that it's an important part of Portland. I'm also cognizant and want to acknowledge the people from the Transit Riders Union and the people that testified at the hearings. I was educated as to how many people are transit dependent, how passionate they are about public transit. That really came through in the hearings, and how much they value our system and how the board has a responsibility to operate the very best and most efficient system that we possibly can.
Okay. Any other comments?
Oh, well, initially when this issue resurfaced again about making modifications to Fareless Square, I was really sort of opposed to it. But after listening to all the discussions surrounding the problems on the bus end of it, I sort of relented a little bit, and since then have really adopted a position that we're probably better off making some modifications to Fareless Square. One of the things that still concerns me is a little bit of confusion that we'll probably encounter initially with the difference between free rail and bus fare. And so I hope that staff has in place some plans that will help educate riders initially to help them understand the difference, because I think we're going to encounter some problems. And I know that we talk about simplifying the system for riders. I think that's something that we're going to have to really take a strong look at. And but right now, I would say that I would support the modifications that we have in front of us for Fareless Square, and I think it'll still be a excellent system.
Okay, any other comments? Mr. Playfair? Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Second.
Board Member Van Deveren. Aye. Board Member Richardson.
Aye.
Board Member Larabach.
No.
Board Member Van Brockland.
Aye.
Board Member Williams.
Aye.
Board Member Schweitzer.
Aye.
President Passador.
Yes.